Hey guys, welcome back to Hey Dad RC, and tonight we are going to take a look at the Kyosho Monster Tracker two-wheel drive monster truck. So let's get into the box. Alright, we got everything out of the box. Before we take a look at the truck, let's take a look at everything else that you get with it. They do give you a Team Orion 1800 milliamp hour 7.2 volt nickel metal hydride battery that'll get you going. Dean's connection. Basic wall charger. Again, these will get you going, but they're going to take a while to charge. I didn't open up the manual, but Kyosho usually does pretty good manuals with parts explosions. You get your basic T-wrench, a bind plug, tube for the antenna. That's going to be about it for that packet. You're also going to get can't remember the name of this radio off the top of my head, but it's a 2.4 gigahertz radio. Pretty light, in some ways feels a little cheap, but being Kyosho, I'm sure it's going to work just fine. Dual rates, throttle trims and everything. Looks like some good adjustability on this controller. 4 AA's. Definitely a different looking kind of controller. It is a hard rubber grip on there, which is nice, but almost kind of has a funky retro look to it to me. But that's that, and you do get the shock oil conversion kit. We'll get into that in a second. Onto the truck. Monster Tracker is a two-wheel drive brushed monster truck. If you've seen my videos or anybody else's videos on the Kyosho Axe Buggy or the Sandmaster, these are pretty much built on the same chassis. Looks pretty darn identical to the Axe that I have. I should have brought that down here for comparison. This isn't anything new, been out for at least a couple of years. Why did I get it? Well, as I've alluded to in some other videos, later on this month I'm planning some sort of a two-wheel drive monster truck extravaganza out in the backyard as I'm working on that outside to get that ready for mid-month. But I had 5 trucks lined up, and for some reason I just wanted a 6th. So I went with the Monster Tracker because of price. I got this for $129, and it captured the cool monster truck look to me. It's got the typical Chevron tires. It just looks cool, and I think it's going to fit in with the rest of the trucks that I plan on running for this event. Comes in 2 colors, green and orange. Green my favorite color, but I went with orange because I didn't have anything like that. Body looks pretty sharp. Feels maybe a little bit thin to me. We'll see over time how she holds up though. Alright, on to the rest of the truck. You've got this Team Orion Esc. It's got your typical jumper pins allowing you to run nickel metal hydride or a LiPo battery, 2S. And you run anything over 2S, you're risking damaging your ESC, so do that at your own risk. And also a jumper pin for reversing as well. And like I said, this chassis is really basically looks the same as my Axe. It is you've got a brushed 22 turn motor in there, and the shocks, as I mentioned, we have the shock conversion kit that came with this truck. That's because the shocks that come on this right now, just like on the Axe, no oil in them. They're just friction shocks. You can see, pretty bouncy. I'm sure that, like I did with the Axe, I'll probably end up putting the oil in there, but you know, in the beginning, who knows? I might just keep it the way it is. We'll see. She seems to squat a bit in the back, but for what my intentions are with this truck and the other ones in the next week or two, this might work out pretty good for that. And no matter if you keep them stock friction shocks or you add the oil to them, these are threaded body plastic shocks, meaning you can dial in your shocks however you want to just by turning these dials. Pretty nice, a pretty nice point in a truck this expensive. Tires themselves, they feel all right. Obviously, if you can hear that, there's no foams in them. Something I was a little surprised about. Maybe I shouldn't be. They're not glued. They are not glued in there. I plan on running a 2S on this, and I don't know yet if I'm going to glue them or even have time to glue them before I get this event started here in the next week or so. Adjustability on this truck, just like with the Axe, not a whole lot. You have captured links up top, front, and rear. Really the only adjustability on this truck is your top mounts for the shocks. You're not going to adjust your camber, your toe angles, or anything like that. This truck intended for beginners at a cheap price point, just to get people out there bashing. Just put a battery in, go out there, start doing your thing and enjoying it. That's what this is intended for. I believe these dog bones are metal dog bones though, so that's nice as well. And Kyosho also does have ball bearings throughout, which is always a nice touch when that's a step you don't have to take yourself. One thing, I'm not going to take the cover off right now. I wanted to make this video kind of quick for you guys, but I believe this truck also in another way is the same as the Axe buggy, that this comes stock with a plastic pinion gear. I know for entry-level models, you know, trying to save on costs and such to pass the savings on down to us as consumers. I personally rather would have just paid a couple extra bucks to have a metal pinion gear to start. So before I run this truck, I'll have a look upstairs, see what I've got out there for pinion gears right now, and I'll be swapping that out before I do a run. And you know, that's gonna do it. I didn't want to make this one too long. Like I said, this isn't a truck that's brand new out on the market. It's been out for at least a couple years, but I thought for the events that I want to do when I'm on vacation, I just wanted a 6 truck to have this competition with. I thought in the looks department, for a cheap price, I thought that you know, this one would fit the bill pretty darn cool. It looks the part pretty well, so I've been waffling on getting this one for over a year now, but having the Axe buggy, and I was never a huge fan of it. I mean, it was a good car. I've ran brushless in it, and I really beat the snot out of that car, and I never broke a darn thing on it. But hoping that I've got the same luck with the Monster Tracker. Like I said, for $129, it's a good entry-level car. Like I said, really not any adjustability on here. This one's designed to just get you out, get you going, and enjoying yourself. So I think I want to wrap this one up, this hopefully quick unboxing video for you guys. As always, I appreciate everybody taking the time out of their day to watch the videos that I do. Stay tuned. I'll have running videos of the Monster Tracker, and I still got another unboxing to do. So until next time, guys, everybody take care. Have a great day.